2, 3.
LBC-DIE!
I started playing Quidditch because I was at VidCon about 2 years ago, and I saw people playing Quidditch and thought that, wow, this is really cool. I want to continue to do this. So when I came out to Long Beach, I found out that they had a Quidditch team, and it was actually some of the people that I met at VidCon. Growing up, I was definitely interested in Harry Potter. I remember my mom reading it to me before I could read, and then once I could read, I read it on my own. In my junior year of high school, I moved over to Austria, and I found that reading Harry Potter in German was a great way to progress my language skills. So I'd say my interest spiked again, and I read through the series, and then it dwindled again until I got to play Quidditch in college, and then it was like, oh, Harry Potter's cool again. When people ask about Quidditch, the main questions that I get are, do you fly? Really? But no, we don't fly.
We run around with brooms in between our legs. The second question, how does the snitch work?
The snitch is a larger type person that has a tail on his back, and he's doing anything that he can to stop these seekers from both teams from getting that tail. My family's reaction to me playing Quidditch was at first, it's like, interesting. I mean, you're in college, do whatever you want. And then they came out to a game that we were playing in LA, and they found it actually very entertaining to watch. My mom was like, wow, this is really fast paced. There's always something going on. So now my parents are pretty supportive, and they're always looking forward to opportunities when they can come out and watch Quidditch because they find it entertaining. When I joined my Quidditch team, I initially got the impression that the people were a little bit weird, but in almost a lovable way. Everybody was super inviting, super friendly, maybe a little bit over the top friendly, but it wasn't something that I wasn't necessarily concerned about, but it was good vibes from the rest of the team. I was drawn to team captain in a way that this is something that's interesting, but it was also something that was thrown on me in a sense. It was something that I like to do. I like to play Quidditch, and I like to have an influence on what I do.
A lot of people wanted me to captain the Beaters, and I kind of said no, really outright, and nominated Andrew, because I thought Andrew would do a lot better job than me.
I definitely feel as if my team and my teammates are a sort of close-knit family, and I think it's due to having all of these events that we go to and all of these things that we do together, and knowing that if somebody needs help, there'll be people there to support them.
We kind of all wanted to see Andrew into a bigger role, so I made sure that he could get that role by pulling myself out of the equation, and he's done leaps and bounds better than I ever could.
Recently, we went out to NAU just to play a one-day tournament. In the tournament, we did not get to the top championship. We got one round into bracket play and then lost. It wasn't necessarily the worst. It's always great to play a game and know that you played well and the other team was just really, really good. Because the team is pretty close, it's easier to recuperate from those losses. However, I don't know that any of the losses that we had this weekend was such a terrible loss that we really felt down on ourselves. It's still Quidditch. You can't take it that seriously. It's still a really good time, and you're there to play and have fun. I certainly find it difficult to balance some aspects of my life. Quidditch is not too terribly hard to throw in there. It's a couple days a week. Quidditch acts as a fun outlet for all of the stress that gets built up during the week, and some days after a long week I'll be like, I really just want to run around and hit people and play Quidditch. And it acts as a great outlet for that. So if anything, I say it complements my school life, but finding time to do some of the activities that come along with it can be sometimes difficult.
There's a real good chance that he will get so deep into school in a year or two that he won't be able to anymore, and that life happens, and I've seen that happen with people, and you got to do it. He might move somewhere that doesn't have a team for grad school, and again, can't control that. I think he has the passion for it, that he could stay around long enough, and if he really enjoys it, that's what keeps people around, is enjoying the sport and enjoying getting better. So I think if he doesn't have things build up against him in the real life, real world, yeah, his energy will take him. His love for the sport. I don't know if he said he's loved the sport yet, but he clearly does. He's a nerd for it, so.
I see myself playing Quidditch until it takes a dramatic role in my life. So if I was consistently getting injured, or I've got, it's interrupting my work schedule or something like that, it's something that I really enjoy doing, but not something that I would put over my career, or it's a hobby and it's something that I'm interested in, but I wouldn't necessarily make it my career, even if I had the choice.
I put on the sorting hat. I hope I'm not in Slytherin. Quidditch practice.
Hannah, can you hear me? Hannah?
Cause I'm the next big
Paging
thing.
Hannah, 1, 2, 3. You're still working.
That's what I'm gonna need. Harry, 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 Harry.
It's like, hey, I play Quidditch. People just panties drop because of it. But
Who's a celebrity? Harry, 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 Harry. Give me those wizarding skills.
Truth is, Voldemort is back. What's this I've been thrown into?